Hello, and welcome to Hot Water Comedy Podcast, week 4. Hey.
What happened to week 3, eh, Tony?
I don't know, it got lost.
You thieving bastards, you stole our podcast.
I think it was Adam Rowe, because his was shit.
It was, eh?
Anyway, it's podcast time, it's podcast time. Podcast time.
Podcast with Isaac Lee.
Yes. So Isaac, so have you been watching our podcast? Is that why you requested to come on them?
I haven't actually.
You've been Isaac Lee, everyone.
No, I'm only joking. I saw a bit of one of them, yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it's great fun, isn't it? That's why I wanted to be on there.
So how long have you been going for then, Isaac?
About 8 months doing this character that I do now.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, it's coming off again. You're allowed to swear.
Yeah, you are, yeah. Fuck off. You see what I've done then? So, can you explain to the audience, my audience, not Andrew's, my audience, explain to my fans what character you do, what's
Well, I do. Well, basically, it isn't really a character. It's just me 100 times. So, like, I put my accent on more because when I was acting years ago, I had elocution lessons to get rid of it. So I do a stronger Welsh accent, and I just camp it up a bit more. That's just about it.
So why would you camp it up a bit?
To make people laugh, you know. All my set, you know what it's like. I'm just all about. It's all gay, Jew, gypsy, gimmicky shit. If I say so myself.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Yeah.
Are you gay?
Yeah.
And that's how he camps it up.
See?
In case that took you a while there, like.
I used to be gay, Isaac.
Did you?
But are you for it?
Go on,
There's a punchline.
Go on.
I used to be gay, Isaac, but I don't know, I just grew out of it.
No.
It was a shit joke, wasn't it? Anyway.
What do you mean you grew out of it?
Well, do you ever get heckled?
Yeah,
Do you ever get heckled? Do you ever get heckled?
No,
No.
I've never, and this might sound like up myself, but I've been really lucky. I've never had a heckle. But in fact, well, when you say a heckle, the weirdest thing happened. I was doing the comedy cabin the other night, and the only heckle I've ever had was I got to the stage, and as soon as I took to the stage, a woman in the front stood up and pointed at my head and said, "Oh, I thought he had a really deformed head," which I have. But she said, "Now I can see it's all shaved patterns in his hair." And she went on for about 3 minutes, and I couldn't shut her up, talking about my hair. And in the end, I said, "Can I start my show now, love?" You know. But apart from that, I've never had like heckles or whatever.
I don't really get heckled.
No.
I don't know why someone would heckle me.
No, I didn't.
I've had my mum and my dad heckle me.
Have you?
Yeah, it's separate.
Oh, tell a lie, I got heckled once.
What?
Once.
What did they say?
It was in, you know, Baby Blue on the docks. It's another comedy club. And,
We'll beep that out.
Yeah, sorry. It was at Hot Water.
No, I don't.
And I got heckled. This old man went, "Get off the stage, fatty." Like, I don't know why he'd say that.
No.
But I just looked at him and went, "What?" And he repeated it. I don't want to say it again because it's not nice. But he repeated it and I said, "Listen, you."
He's back.
Isn't it? I said, you know what I said to him? I went, "Listen, you. In 10 years' time, I'm going to be in my prime, and guess what? You're going to be dead." He never heckled me again.
No.
He died the next day.
Oh, did he? Fucking hell, that'll teach him. Did you like? Was that
Rest in peace, Grandad.
Yeah.
No, it's a true story. That wasn't me, Grandad, and he isn't dead. Hopefully.
That's good. How good you are at telling the future, isn't it?
There you go.
Like Andy said, he died early.
A few more questions.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot more. Do about 24 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
What's the best gig you've ever done?
Envy, without a word of a lie.
Hot water.
Probably hot water comedy. Probably now, I have to say, I think it was probably my second gig ever. Where not ever for Envy, not ever like as in gigs. And I smashed it. And they were like, and they went like, it was all downhill from there on.
I I've been going about 18 months now, so a year longer than you.
Yeah.
But when I started, did you find this as well? You know the gong shows? Don't they kill you?
Yeah,
They knock your confidence,
yeah,
don't they?
it's like soul destroying.
1 week you can absolutely smash it, but still lose because someone's brought the mates.
Yeah,
And that's why I gig in hot water a lot, because it's an open mic night and the crowd's good. And
yeah, I love it. Yeah, it's
nice.
my favourite gig. And the thing with competitions, it's the same with competitions. I'm not being funny. I've entered 5 major competitions last year. I've been in the final of 3 of them, the semi-final of 2 of them. But it's blatantly obvious who's going to win. Yeah. You know,
And
I'm
you
not
know
saying
you
this
are.
affects. Yeah, you know who you are.
You don't want to say no names.
You know you are.
Me and Andrew was in a competition last year, and we got cheated out of it.
Yeah.
But the whole competition was just set up for these people.
Yeah.
I mean, this person.
These people.
Beep.
Fucking hell. We'll beat that as well.
Right, we're gonna have a little game of quickfire round. Have you seen
Alright.
it?
No, I don't.
Quickfire round.
Quickfire
Round, it's quickfire round.
The podcast. I mean quickfire round.
Yeah. Right, quickfire round, Isaac. Right. So if I said, Frog and Bucket or Hot Water Comedy Night, what would you say?
Well, you've got to be a bit. I don't know what quickfire round means. I mean, you're talking,
Oh, right,
you're
sorry.
talking to someone who
I-
got through Play-Doh and sandpit in school. See you
Right,
later.
sorry. I said two
Frog
things.
and Bucket was good, now bad. MV still brilliant.
Right. If I say two things,
I've got to
no
say one
hesitation,
thing.
you've got to say one of them.
Oh,
out
right.
of the two.
Yeah.
So Frog and Bucket or Hot Water Comedy Night?
Hot water comedy.
Right. Andrew Cairney or Tony Carroll?
Tony Carroll.
Sorry,
Andrew.
4-0! Come on! Yes!
Sorry,
Right.
Andrew.
Binty or Paul?
Binty or Paul?
Binty.
Right, okay.
Sorry, Paul.
Right,
Does
Foster,
that mean I'm off the management list?
Foster's or Budweiser?
Budweiser.
Tango or Fanta?
Tango. I thought you were going to slap me then.
Bums or Willies?
You've been Tango. Willies.
Right,
That went a bit camp then. I mean fucking hell.
Chairs or stools?
Stools.
Stools or chairs?
Chairs.
Yes, got him, yes, got him. Right,
Adam Rowe or a chair?
A chair. Sorry, Adam.
right, we're going to have a little break now.
Yeah,
That was good,
alright.
quick fire round. Welcome back to Hot Water Comedy Podcast Week 4. Can I get a ooh, 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 ooh? Thank you. We're with the great Isaac Lee here. Can we get a round of applause for Isaac Lee? What did you think of the first half of the interview?
Well, it's all right, wasn't it?
All right, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Bit of
Wasn't too probing.
You know what?
You ain't busy nothing yet.
I'd just like to apologise to the audience and everyone here. I was running a bit late today because I had to go to the doctors. And I went... Hang on, sorry. I went to the doctors today, right, Isaac, and he's diagnosed me with something.
What?
Terminal banter. Stole it!
Fucking hell.
Tony, steal the
me
show,
now.
Carroll.
And he's back
He's back.
after a 2-week break that we didn't even want. But we had to take. Because the same person fixing shows has stole our card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely Adam Rowe.
Well, it's definitely. I'm not gonna tell you. But yeah, so anyway,
Anyway, we have like sources and we look in, when we know you were on this week, we find out a bit of information about you.
Fucking hell.
We've had our source and he told us once that you done a gig in Waterloo. You know that wool place,
Oh,
Waterloo.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you were doing a gig there and you done a stage dive and killed a kid. Is that true?
Oh, didn't. Yeah, but he was heavily disabled, so...
Yes!
It's a mercy killing, isn't it?
Mercy.
Oh, but our source was Adam Rowe, by the way. So if you want to have a word with him, you can.
The mother thanked me afterwards. Said she'd had no quality of life.
Right, we'll move on quickly.
Yeah, we'll brush over that
Before
one.
I turn into Frank Skinner. Not Frank Skinner, what's her name? Frankie Boyle. I always get them two mixed up.
Right, no,
Pro comedy night.
pro comedy night, oh yeah.
What is, if you were to have your own pro comedy night, no money.
Yeah.
No money. Money is no object.
Money is no object.
Long day. And you can't have any dickheads from the telly. You're allowed an open.
Like the circuit, you know our circuit?
The circuit.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Who'd you have?
With headliner, compare, 2 middles and an open.
To open, I'd have Johnny Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
The guy on the guitar.
Yeah, I'd have Johnny Awesome. I'd have you two guys in the middle.
Yes, get a high five there. Yeah!
And to finish, it would either be, because I'm not there yet, it would have to be Matt Price, I think, is probably one of my favourites. From Cornwall, big guy.
I know, yeah,
does a bit of alternative stuff.
Who's your compare?
Oh yeah, I didn't think of that. Me then, okay.
Yes.
It'll be me.
And that would be the best night ever.
Yeah.
Apart from Hot Water's Christmas specials.
Yeah.
Which,
Tonight.
if you go on there, www.hotwatercomedy.com now, co.uk.
And
If you go on there and you have a little gander, you'll see the Christmas specials, buy some tickets, I'm on. Actually no, because when this was on, I've already done my gig. So, just shit.
And I'm not. So anyway, yeah.
And if you're not watching tonight's show, it's because you're sat at home watching some gay hairdresser win the X Factor.
Do you know I went to school with him? I went to fucking
Did
school
you?
with him, and he's saying he got bullied and stuff.
Really?
You never. Stop lying.
Oh yeah, because
You
you're going to
never-
watch our podcast.
He is. He probably is. You know what I mean? I'm a bigger name than he is. You know what I mean? When you're in Butlins in 6 months' time, no, and I'm probably on the same bill, but still, I'll have gone up and you'll have gone down.
Yeah.
Think about that. You can get bullied, you lying bastard. And give us our podcast back from last week, Marcus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was him,
It was
okay.
him, actually.
I reckon it was him, you know. I reckon because he didn't want us to take it.
No, I'm still saying it was Adam Rowe.
It was just Adam Rowe. What am I thinking? Hey,
Hang on a minute, where's Paul Smith? Ooh. Well, the suspect there.
There we go. There we go. Hey. So anyway,
We've got a few more questions, Isaac.
to go with your last one, worst gig you've ever done?
Worst gig I've ever done. I think it was, I'll name it. It was Jester's Jester in London. And on paper it looks quite good, and they've got great photos and that on the net, and it's in the cellar. And I did arrive there late, so maybe it was my own fault. And they put me on last, but there were 20 other comedians on. And I thought, oh, this looks quite good. But then, as I went on last, because everyone had to bring a friend, and they all fucked off as soon as they'd been on. I actually went on to 6 people, which were 2 bar staff and 4 other comedians who hadn't left home after waiting for 20 acts to go through. That's my worst one.
Oh.
Yeah, and I got a parking ticket. But I mean, it's not really funny, but you know. It cost me like 60 quid for the ticket and 40 quid or whatever for the petrol, so £100 gig. And it was just like, are you watching Jester's Jester? Your gig shit.
Yes.
I can't even remember the name of the guy.
Johnny Jester,
Yeah.
Jester.
So, Isaac, what made you get into comedy?
Well, sex, drugs and rock and roll, really. But, you know, I just ended up wanking a lot, drinking Red Bull and listening to Adele. That's it. Sorry.
Oh, God. What made you get into comedy, Andrew?
Yeah, what made you get into?
I came up, and this is genuinely true, I once came up with a joke that was so funny, and I could never remember it. So I thought, if I get on the stage, I'll eventually tell the joke again.
And he
Honest to God,
hasn't. Yeah.
and I still haven't.
No.
But keep coming to me shows, because eventually I will.
Because that joke's Andrew Cairney. Oh!
No, but that's genuine. And then I thought of the joke, and I thought that would have went well on a stage. And then I thought stage comedy. There I am. Next thing you know, lights, and I'm giving it all that, and no one laughed.
Okay.
Did no one laugh at your first gig?
I got one laugh. I was on about my car because the car didn't have indicators, so I was saying I used to give it all that, not the car. And then when it comes to a roundabout, give it jazz hands.
Oh right.
And it
With the quiche.
No, it went.
It's a little insider joke there. You've never seen any of Andrew's stuff.
If you've seen Isaac's set, some stuff in Isaac's set, I just want to ask you this too.
What?
Is your idol Boy George Early?
Yeah, he was.
Was he? Yeah, was he? Yeah.
I've actually, and again, this sounds like I'm up myself. I actually sort of know him, and I've actually been in his house at parties and things. Yeah, years ago. So he lives. I won't say. Well, just to prove it, I won't say the number. But if anyone wants to go and throw a brick through his window, just in case. But he lives on Well Road in Amsterdam. So I know his house and everything. But it's like 25 years ago.
Is it?
Yeah.
I know we're doing
Well,
our podcast week 5 anyway.
X Factor, eh? Do you know Marcus from X Factor?
No, I don't.
Exactly.
I didn't bully him at school either, Andrew.
Exactly.
Yeah, because of his sexuality, Andrew.
Yeah.
I did not. Do you know what? He never got bullied, and I'm sick. You know you were. Stop it.
So you bully people about the sexuality,
by
Andrew,
Carroll in a minute.
What?
I know Simon Cowell, big Gary Barlow coming down and kicking up.
So you and your friends bully people about the sexuality?
I actually come from Crosby, so I used to get bullied for being straight.
Oh, right.
Oh, fair enough then.
Yeah, straight up Marcus's arse.
Oh, he's killing it. Fucking hell.
But yeah, I
shouldn't laugh at
I've got a claim to fame on X.
Oh yeah, well, did you do it?
Do you know what Amelia Lily?
Oh yeah.
We went out last night.
Yeah.
I was tweeting her like an awful lot. Like it was getting a bit weird.
Yeah.
And she blocked me on Twitter.
Did she?
Yeah, really. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
It's pretty sick, isn't it?
Yeah. And look at it. Look at you now, Amelia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry now.
In Butlins with S Club 7, eh?
I bet she's still got that fucking coat on when she goes to Butlins, that pink thing.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
fucking lived in
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
She's never had anything else on, has she? We
She's
did like you, but no.
We did.
Yeah.
You are going to watch this, aren't you?
Yeah.
If you do, my number's 07889 72120. Ring me. Love you. But yeah.
You should have been a bit more erotic when you were saying your number, you know. Give your tit a rub or something to entice her.
I can't be erotic in a bedroom. Have you got any tips for me?
No, not really.
No.
No.
Is there anything you like to...
I've been living with my partner for about 10 years and I think, you know, sometimes...
Do you have sex with the lights on or off?
Off, you know,
Yeah.
which is quite difficult now, you know. And the most exciting thing that happens is, you know, sometimes the ashtray falls off his arse, but that's about it.
Is there any moves you used to give it all that in the
What?
club? Because is it the same routine?
What do you mean?
Like when you guys, is the same routine when you go into a club?
What?
No, when you're chatting the lads up, is it?
Oh, right, yeah, no.
He's got a partner, he's just said to tell
No,
you.
but when you were
I still
10
chat
years
people
ago...
up, okay, now, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
don't
that's
watch this
that
as a
now.
partner.
You know.
But
Confessions of
10 years
Ours,
ago, did you used to give it the,
No, I don't know.
you know, going down?
Did you have any dance moves?
Cash me a
Did
shirt.
you have any
on?
dance moves?
No, I'm not very good dancer, but I can dance, but I'm just not into it. Normally, to be truthful, by the time I get to a club, I'm normally that pissed that I can't remember any of it, you know, or...
I can dance, you know.
Can you?
Yeah, I really can.
Proper dance-off champion.
Really?
But yeah,
What's
we're
some
going
moves
to have another
then?
break
Come
in
on.
about a minute, right?
Alright.
So I want to ask you another question.
Right, good.
If you could go, talking about the X Factor and Marcus Collins being gay and stuff and all that, that's got nothing to do with it, but if you could go on the X Factor and sing one song to win it, say if you're in a final, what song would it be?
If it was just like one.
Oh, I don't know.
To win them
Thousands
million
of people
pound
just
I
contract.
don't know. No one loves a fairy when they're 40. It's an actual song, it's brilliant.
When we come back, me and Andrew will be revealing what we'd sing. We might just have a little
yeah.
sing-along for you. So come back and watch us. Yeah, love you.
Go have a cup of tea. But pause it because we're not actually
Yeah.
going anywhere, so it makes no sense.
But I was going to say...
Welcome back to Hot Water Comedy
We're back.
Podcast, week 5.
It's Isaac.
Isaac Lee, everyone, yeah.
Woo!
If you've been watching, we had a little break, but it's stupid this, because we had a break, but yous haven't. So the last question we asked was, what would Isaac sing on the X Factor in the final if he had one song to win the $1 million? What was it again?
No one loves a fairy when they're 40.
It's cheating.
What would you two
Right,
say?
Andrew, you're next.
I don't know. I'd probably go for one that me and my brothers wrote back in the 90s, Hanson and Bop. Probably go for that. And what would you go for?
What would I go for? I'm too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt. So sexy it hurts.
That
That
fucking
would
hurt
really,
me, I'll tell you.
I would sing in the final one song. I'd sing Mustang Sally.
Oh, he smashes it. You've got to see it.
I would.
You should come to karaoke with us sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We absolutely
because I've seen you sing one song at the end of your set. That was that Build Me Up Buttercup?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I've
it
changed
is.
the words.
I remember
Sing
that,
along,
yeah,
but
yeah.
you might not know because I've changed the words.
All right.
Sorry, that was a really set.
Oh no, so because I've only seen that the once.
That's
when
not proper singing, though, is it?
No.
Actually, I'll do that tonight. You just won't see it because you're at home. But
Yeah,
I'll
watching
see.
Gay Boy Marcus.
I'll
There's a bit of bullying for you.
I'll sing it.
I'm allowed to say things like that because he's a part of my life. What is it? Not ethnic minority. What
No,
did they
it'd be-
say?
it'll
What
be-
did that
Section-
Michael Jack? What did not Michael Jackson? I can't fucking say people's names today. What did George Michael say when he got caught like
was,
sucking cock on the on Amsterdam? What did he say? It was part of. Oh, it was part of his culture. That's it.
Yeah, part of his
Yeah,
culture, yeah.
that's part of his culture that he does that.
So so if you can do that,
Sorry,
I can
Michael.
walk around skitting skinny people, can't I?
What? Yeah. I suppose you
Part of
could.
your culture, isn't it?
I'll try it out and see how long you last.
You skinny knob.
Yeah.
I like the classic.
I mean,
You look so skinny, even Catholic give you £3 a month if you miss a meal. Love that classic.
you know.
Right. So
So, skinny people, gay people, is there anyone else we want to offend? Anyone?
don't think there's anything else, is there?
Any dead people lately we want to slip in there? No?
No, it's a bit high standard.
No, it's a bit too far, isn't it? Yeah.
Well. Oh!
The blockage there.
Gary, Neville on Sky Sports. He's just good one. He got a Neville on Sky Sports, just You watched the match, just anyway, we'll swerve that anyway. But just a few more questions to ask you. We're going to play quick fire round again soon. Like that one, quick fire. Actually, we'll play quick fire round now.
We will, it's quick fire round, it's quick fire round,
Quick fire
podcast
round.
and quick fire round.
Yeah.
Part 2.
George Michael or Boy George?
Boy George.
Harry Potter or Ron Weasley?
Ron Weasley.
Hagrid,
Partial to a bit of ginge.
Hagrid or Tony Carroll?
Hagrid.
Voldemort or Adam Rowe?
Voldemort. You're not supposed to say his name anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Adam
Oh,
Rowe.
yeah, Adam Rowe.
Yeah.
Not meant to say that.
He who must not be named.
Right, snooker or pool?
Ooh, pool.
Right, okay.
It's easier.
The brown ball or the pink ball?
It depends whose cue you're using.
I don't even ask my next one.
Alright, now I'll turn it back on you. Brown ball or pink ball?
Brown ball.
Alright.
Just as long as they don't get the white on the cushion on
Fucking hell.
the green top milk or the blue top milk?
What's that?
The milk, the
Oh
green
yeah,
top
I
milk.
drink soya milk. I'm a bit weird with that. Sorry. Yeah,
Don't you watch your set?
I'm vegetarian as well.
Yeah.
See, I'm the only. That's why out of me and Andrew, I'm the only one because I watch comedians, I give advice, and I don't.
Yeah,
I'm not a cunt who goes out. Sorry, I
Yeah.
hate that word, but Or a cunt who goes around going, you know, you could do this better, or why don't you add this on? I think I'm a very sporty comedian, honest.
I think you are. Because a lot of people say to me, why are you a vegetarian? And I would say, well, it's the same reason why I'm a gay, you know. The sight of pink raw meat and the occasional smell of fish. Cheeky bit of my fat there, you know, never mind.
So, when you seen us for the first time, both of us our sets, what did you think?
I thought you were brilliant, really.
Who, Andrew or me?
Well, both of you, yeah. I can remember, now this is really awful and it sounds terrible, but I can remember your 2 sets, but I can't remember Adam's, and I'm sorry, Adam, I know that's terrible, but I just couldn't remember it.
He should not be named.
I know he should not be named, sorry, he should not be named, so I'm looking forward to see Adam again, because I've only seen you once, but I've seen Andrew twice now, yeah. Oh, we had that.
Thank you very much.
Anyway, are we running out of time? I want to ask you what your worst gigs were.
Oh, yeah.
And why you got into comedy. There we are, turn it around.
Don't get that on Rossi.
Go first, Adam.
Worst gig I've ever done was a gig in front of all my family and friends, 300 people, in a place called the Crosby, in Crosby. Imagine that, right? And there was fucking everyone in the crowd there, right? And then I died horribly, so everyone I went to school with. And the next day was the Queen's wedding. It was back in May. No, not the Queen's wedding.
Queen's wedding? Okay, no.
What's it called?
What? 1952?
52.
Does look about 60, doesn't it?
The Crosby existed then. But yeah, back then, no, it was the royal wedding early on this year. And the day after, I actually got, someone drove past, absolutely dead road, someone drove past and actually said, "Tell us you don't give shit," and threw a sausage roll at me.
Nah.
Yeah, that's the worst gig, eh?
That was only yesterday.
Bad, don't it?
My worst gig was...
pig in that sausage roll.
I know.
My worst gig. To be fair, I've never really had a worst gig because I'm really good.
Yeah.
Every gig I do, I smash it, so... I've got one now, really, I have. The worst gig, well, it wasn't the worst, but no, I'm not going to say that. The worst gig I've had was because of disappointment. It was called Laughter House New Act competition last year, and I done really well, but I didn't get through. I was a big gutted.
Where was that?
The Laughter House.
Oh yeah.
There's another comedy club in Liverpool.
Oh right, I don't
It's
know.
it's a no mark one. Yeah.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's a good club, but they just you know like acts
well,
like
I've
that.
never heard of you laughing out, so there we are.
There you go.
It's a no rate fair play.
Focus now, Paula. Hey.
It's a good club, but it's hard for comedians like us to get on there. You know what I mean?
I'm
right,
barred.
yeah.
I'm actually barred for mentioning another comedy club too many times.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you're gonna get barred out of here if you keep doing it as well. Me and Paul had the other chat. So yeah, and what was the question?
Why did you get into comedy? That was it. Well, you asked me, wasn't it?
Yeah, man, I'll go first again.
I've done
last.
that.
Oh yeah, you said it.
Well,
yeah.
no, I
Joke
just
on it.
got a mate.
About
Got a
the
mate
show.
who's in comedy, and it just sort of went through that.
Mine was I don't know, my friends and family always said it was funny get into it. I just started to have a night out for them to come and watch me die. I thought I was gonna. Sometimes I like dying on purpose. I don't know why. It just makes me happy. You know what I mean? Sometimes.
There's parts in my set that
you
don't
think,
work,
yeah,
and I
do it
actually
anyway,
quite
don't
like
you?
it.
Like it,
You
yeah.
know,
So-
like when I do my Boy George thing. Sometimes, you know, and I do that bending over bit. Some people actually go in the audience and stuff, and I like it.
But
Yeah, I think it's
my
funny.
I say that why I started is because they come out to watch me do comedy. And
Right, yeah.
the first gig I thought it was going to go shit, but it went quite well. And
Yeah, it's really good that you've
Then
done. You're
when
both quite young, you know, because I started, like I said, when I was.
especially because mine was in Hot Water comedy nights.
Hey, come down.
I was like a little virgin.
Yeah.
He just bummed me everywhere and took her away. No, but
Your eyes have been open and now you cannot close them.
no, he took me virginity and I liked it.
Oh,
It was
right.
good.
Yes, my first place I played more than, say, 50 people or 60 people.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like
it
a
was
drug,
quite
isn't it?
fun. Yeah, it
It
is.
is.
It's like a drug. You
Mind
can't
you saying that, I'll probably die on my arse
cocaine.
tonight doing loads of new stuff.
Give me a hit. Right, before we go, 'cause we've got a couple of minutes left. I want to ask you something.
Right.
Where do you see yourself in 3 years' time?
Older, probably.
Oh, yeah.
45, okay now. I'm off to have some more surgery then as well. The
It's just-
neck's got to go. Where do I see myself in 3
Comedy,
years'
yeah.
time? I will be happy. I personally never want to be on the telly or never want to take it
I'm
there.
the same.
So I will personally be really happy just being like on the circuit and being good at what I'm doing. You know,
Yeah.
I don't even really. I won't even really. I'm not even sure. I'm quite lazy in certain ways, so I'm not even sure if I want to go into closing, doing 40 minutes and that stuff. You know, I might change my mind when I get there, but I'd be happy doing like 20 minutes or comparing or stuff like that, and I'll be happy as long as I can earn a good enough living to live off. You know, with it. You know, which is quite hard. There's about 2,000. Someone told me the other day there's 2,000 comedians working.
Is it?
Yeah. I don't
There's
know.
new
I don't know who
2,000 comedy
counted
clubs,
that.
is
No. I don't know. I don't know how they worked
Five.
that out. Yeah.
Should we all just fight to the death?
Yeah.
See who gets the slots?
But there's only, let's be honest, there's only 1,997 of them are rubbish. There's only us three.
Only us three.
Hey, and if you all want to, if any of the comedians need a gig, there's a place called Jester.
Yeah.
There's a Laugh House as well.
Play at Laugh House, yeah. Monkey business.
We're gonna
Stand up one.
we're gonna go now.
Terrible.
We're gonna go. Isaac, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very
Before
much.
we go, we have
Thank
one
you
more
very much.
question.
All right, what?
Before we go.
Wait.
Oh, no,
wait.
no,
Wait.
no.
I'll give
No,
you the
wait,
answer.
details
No,
first.
not
Details
for less
first.
than 50
Follow us on
quid.
Facebook. Follow us on Facebook. Facebook.com/HWCC. I keep getting it wrong. Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Same on Twitter. Make sure you go on the website. Watch us, support live comedy, and make sure you come down to Hot Water and see me and Andrew.
Every
Near
Friday,
Best club.
every
Isaac, see you
Sunday.
nearly every Sunday. Let's come down, watch us. Happy days. One more question.
One more question. Do you like beans?
No.